In our last update on Chainlink, it looked like our wave 2 pullback had completed, and we were in midst of completing 5 waves up to confirm that bottom. We have had some pretty bullish developments, not just in Chainlink, but across the entire crypto universe. We have the single pattern here, which is marked in purple just as before, and you'll see that since our last update, we have rallied all the way up to the mid $30 range. We're about $34.51 at this moment, and we have what appears to be possibly 5 up, but I feel that this counts better as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have a little bit higher to go to complete an initial impulsive 5-wave rally somewhere within this purple box between 36.49 and 38.21. After that point, I would expect a little bit of a pullback, but you never know because we are entering a third wave, and third waves are crazy rallies and very shallow pullbacks, and we may or may not get much of a pullback after that point. If and when we do pull back, I do have a support that I have set at 28.12. This is up from the support I had earlier on at 20.88, which is the bottom of the overall wave 2. So on any subsequent pullbacks, I would really like us to maintain that 28.12 range. And if we do break it, I don't want us to go too far below that. If you're looking to buy a lump sum, we're a good bit above where we were at the bottom of the wave 2. As prices climb, the risk rises as well. I would not explicitly prohibit buying a large amount of Chainlink at this moment, but from here onwards, dollar cost average is going to be your way to go. Best to buy a little bit at a time over time, maybe on daily, weekly, or monthly basis. If we do have that dip, that may give you a nice entry point for a lump sum in Chainlink. In our logarithmic daily chart, you can see the extent of this rally, which is presumably the beginning of our subwave 3 to complete a larger 5-wave impulsive structure. And of course, the extensions count differently on this logarithmic chart. This is our primary motive pattern at the moment in purple. And based on this 1-2, the standard subwave 3 target is between 81.26 and 102.57, which is marked with this purple box here. Getting to that $81 mark will get us nearly a 2.5x return from where we are at this moment. Of course, en route to completing this subwave 3, we do have a strong resistance sitting right around the $53 mark. So we may pause there briefly, bump our heads, whatever, but we should make way relatively soon after that point. Once we get up to this target box, I would expect a relatively lengthy fourth wave correction because fourth waves are long and sideways. They're not as deep, whereas second waves are pretty quick. So if our second wave is any indication, we went from September 7th all the way to about September 21st. That's about 2 weeks. So expect our fourth wave consolidation to last possibly twice as long. So don't be surprised if we go sideways in a really boring, choppy manner for 1 month or even more than that. After that happens, our subwave 5 is targeting between 118.46 and 149.51. Hitting the lower end of that box, 118.46, would give us a 3.5x return, and that also happens to coincide with a very strong resistance at the 0.382 extension of this larger 5-wave structure. So that does serve as a very likely top to this rally, at which point it would very likely be a good time to take profits, because if you've been keeping up with my other updates, this should be a major top for most of the original cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. They will likely be completing their nearly decade-long bull cycle. So the ensuing crash will be devastating in Ethereum and Bitcoin. And while not as deep for Chainlink or other altcoins, this will still be quite a crash-like event. So you don't want to get stuck holding while the crash ensues. Now, enough of that doom and gloom. When we look at the big picture, Chainlink is very exciting long-term. When we look at this big pattern, I apologize for the mixed colors, the green, the purple, they're the same pattern. I just didn't change the colors, but we have a 1-2. And then of course we had a very clean standard 5-wave rally with this top over here on May 7th being considered the top of a larger 5-wave impulse. If that's the case, the pattern that we are completing right at this moment is actually a subwave 1 of a much larger third wave. So that's right. This is only the very beginning leg of a much larger rally. If this really is the motive pattern in operation, that tells us that once we hit this top, we will pull back, but that would be a very healthy correction for our wave 2. And this wave 2 may be an epic buying opportunity in Chainlink. This could be possibly a life-altering buy opportunity, and not just in Chainlink, but across the altcoins within the crypto sector. But of course, we're focusing in Chainlink. This could be a multi-month, possibly a multi-year consolidation. That'll give you a lot of time to dollar cost average in and buy Chainlink over time, especially if you think you've missed your chance to buy the dip earlier on or even in the past. This will be the buy opportunity that we're looking forward to. It's going to make the rally we're about to have look like peanuts compared to what we're about to see. If this thing holds together, I've got a preliminary target that could take us up to $453 from possibly around the $50 to $84 mark. It's a little early to predict, but based on the larger 1-2 impulse, we've got confluences up in that mid $400 range and much, much higher, because that would only be the subwave 3 of this larger wave 3. So lots of excitement in store for us in Chainlink. Keep your eyes on the big prize. And I would look for this to outperform Bitcoin, Ethereum, and various other cryptocurrencies in the long term. I would like to note that this red pattern is still on the chart, mainly for academic reasons. You always want to have an alternate pattern present. And at this time, I see no reason why this would suddenly become the motive pattern, because we are looking very bullish across the crypto sector and definitely in Chainlink. Once we get to this top, people will be very excited. That would be the time to take your profits and divest into other asset classes outside of cryptocurrencies, or possibly even stablecoins, so you can wait out and buy this incredible dip and incredible opportunity for the future. If you'd like to continue getting updates on Chainlink and various other cryptocurrencies, don't forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed my video, please like. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy trading.